I don't notice it until... Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, we're on. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Turquoise Skies. I'm Matthew James. We've got Marco Rivera behind the camera.
Yep.
And it is Friday. Big Pieces Day. We've got squash blossom. It just felt like a cluster day. So we've got a lot of cluster jewelry and a couple squash blossoms. And I guess this is more of an inlay thing. But we've got a lot of cluster pieces out here today.
A little bit of everything.
Give everyone a few minutes to get here. How are you today? How are you today, Marco?
I'm pretty good. I've been having a great week, honestly.
Good. It's
very wholesome.
Good. We have a few people out of the office today, or this week. I think.
Yeah.
It just felt kind of empty.
Yeah. It's like spring. Everyone's got allergies right now too.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm like one of the heightened humans that don't have allergies.
You're lucky, man.
Yeah.
I went through my little allergy phase already.
It's rough.
All right, we've got 27 people in. Welcome everyone to Turquoise Skies. I'm Matthew James. We are a small business, a little jewelry store here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we do live shows and sell jewelry. So, hi Gail. Gail actually donated the 30% sale from the Facebook show to the nonprofit.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Thank you, Gail, for that. So I was wondering, maybe we'll chat about this for a little bit before we get into the jewelry. So, and it felt really quiet this week without everybody around.
Yeah, I mean, that's just life, ebbs and flows. Because some weeks we'll have like a really fun week in the shop.
Yeah.
I noticed some days all the jewelers will be upstairs, everybody leaves for the day, and we're all just talking and messing around a little bit. And everybody's just been a little down and abouts. Because of their health. Well,
we had that Facebook show on Tuesday, and that was interesting. I think there was a few hiccups. The discount wasn't working properly, and if you're out there and if you purchased a piece and you did not get your discount, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Their return system, or their being able to give a refund system, is kind of messed up. You can't do it because you have to do it through Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what we guarantee our sales, we want to make sure you're taken care of. So if you have anything like that, I will send money from my personal PayPal to you or something to make sure that you're taken care of. But I want to make sure everyone's happy with that, because that was interesting. I was talking to Amanda today about, we have this relationship where I'm talking to you as the camera, and we see some comments come in and we can converse a little bit that way. But what if we did a inner circle Zoom call or
I've had
lunch
that
or something?
idea for so long. And
we should do it.
We can do it. We can have a Q&A session where we go live, and then we'll bring people in, almost like a call-in kind of thing.
That'd be fun.
Let us know their experience with jewelry. And
thinking about just doing a lunch or something and just inviting some of the inner circle, and if you want to join us and eat lunch and just say it'd be good to see some faces, and some conversation come back the other way, and then we can kind of chit chat rather than just listening to me talk at you for an hour.
Right, and my deep voice behind the camera.
So if you're interested in that, I'll make an announcement on the inner circle, and we should just do that. I mean, I feel like there's so many of you all out there. Hi Tammy, Sistinas, Elizabeth, Shelly, that I see your names all the time, and I'd love to just talk a little bit more and get your feedback too, and make sure we can have a better connection.
Yeah, there's definitely we can definitely do it. There's even ways to do a restream. We can do video calls in.
So Devin had a sore throat and he was losing his voice, and so he stayed home. Olivia wasn't feeling good; she stayed home. Angie has some things going on. So she might be gone for a couple days, but she'll be back next week. And you have me.
Yeah. I'll be your backup. Don't worry.
All right. So let's get into it. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're going to be showing jewelry on camera. Everything is for sale, and everything except for these little Zias, which is item number 1, is basic. I guess they are all one of a kind because they're a little different. Everything is one of a kind, so it's first come, first serve. If you like something, you can claim it, but it's first come, first serve. So we're going to be putting a number with every piece, and if you like something, just say sold in the comments and the number that you're interested in. And the first person to claim that is yours. We'll set it aside for you, and then all we need is your email to send you an invoice. And yeah, then you can check out. It's just like a regular shopping cart. We've got some financing systems in there. Klarna is like kind of a layaway thing, but you don't lay it away. They pay us right away, and you get the jewelry right away. That's pretty cool. You got PayPal, credit card, however you like. I had a question about how I get jewelry, and I think I've answered this a couple times, but just to let you know, we get jewelry any way we can. We work a lot with the local artisans in the community, and we either buy from them and help them sell it, or we sell it for them and they set the prices. We have artists that bring their own stuff on the show. I go to yard sales and estate sales actually come to us here at T.Skies.
I didn't know that.
You see them from time to time. I showed you some of the people
Oh,
came
those
the
like
other day.
ladies who like there are people that come in.
Yeah, and they always bring their stuff, and I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll sell it on the show. I go to pawn shops. I go to auctions. Any way we can, and honestly, a lot of it we make. We've got jewelers in shop. Marco's a jeweler. I'm a jeweler. I'm just not buying the bench as much.
Right. Get those bench hours in.
I don't have the bench hours. You guys are better than I am. Yeah, Olivia, Marco, Diego, even Miki's making jewelry now.
Yeah, everyone knows Devin's a jeweler.
Yeah.
He's like the master tool man of the shop.
Anyway, hello. Let's get into it. This first one is going to go real quick. You can even see the price sticking out there. Everything is 20% off today.
Ooh.
So here we go. We got A, B, and C. We've got these little Zia pendants.
Really gonna go quick.
They are from Lucy Platero, Navajo silversmith. Little Zias. They were $70 before the sale or $69 before the sale. What is the price on those, Marco?
$52.
$52. Number one sold. Tammy's going to take C. Lacey, I think, is going to take A, C. Mm-hmm. We've got one left. Then B is going to Duana. Gone.
D major.
Yes, I'm sorry. She beat you to it.
Yeah.
So this is A. That's Lacey. B is Duana.
Yep.
That's this one.
D major.
And C is Tammy. So that's how it works, everyone. Sorry, Saul. Looks like Duana beat you to it. So, thank you. So a little thank you drum. We like to say thank you to the artist that made the piece. If you are an artist and you made the piece, or also we would like to thank the teachers of those artisans and where these techniques and where everything came from. Also, thank you to you for purchasing and supporting our little operation here. So, thank you, everyone. Number 2 is going to be this beautiful Santo Domingo Inlay Mosaic necklace. I'm trying to wear dark colors and solid colors. So
I know, I was going to say, you picked the perfect shirt for today to try on all these necklaces.
Just happen to be wearing a perfect shirt for this. So this is, let me get a good shot here on big camera. I don't even know if it'll fit on there. This is Santo Domingo style mosaic inlay. It's kind of a play off of some of their old traditional shell inlay. This is a spiny oyster here. Mother of pearl. We've got the jet, the black. And then we have this turquoise.
And on the back, is it just a dark shell?
So I believe this is the old style. They use a vinyl record.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, during the Depression era, that's where they really started doing that. And they've kept that. This is Delbert Crispin, who made this piece. Was $800 before the sale. We're going to be taking $160 off, so that will be $640. And I'm just gonna slap this guy on. Here we go.
Would those beads at the top be considered hishi, or is it a different style?
I would think they're Rondelle beads. Let me take a closer look to it. So hishi is generally flat because these round. Can you see that the rounding of the bead?
Yeah.
It's kind of a variation of the disc bead called Rondelle bead.
Okay.
Yep. Good question. It's not vintage. No, I think it's probably been made in the last 5 years or so. It's definitely the vintage style. Delbert's still making jewelry. There we go. Hey, I feel like an Egyptian god.
Right? It gives me like Mayan style.
Kinda
Like it
has
reminds
that.
me of like Mayan.
Yeah, I need to have
formal
like
wear.
a staff. Yeah, that's.
With the sun behind you on a giant pyramid.
It probably doesn't. The collar probably doesn't go so well. I'd probably wear this with like a round.
Justina, this is a great question.
What's
So,
your question?
With these pieces, how are they stamped or like?
This
marked?
isn't sterling silver, so there's not like a sterling. Oh, I guess the chain is sterling. Let's take a closer look at it. A lot of times they'll do a scratch pin, or they'll actually write in the
On the back of them.
on the back of them.
Yeah, the Klarna family does that a lot, really well.
So let's see here. Did you mark it? Do you see anything, Marco?
It's hard to see with the black vinyl behind it, or the black.
Black on black. I'm not seeing.
Sometimes there's usually a tag at the top with the chain, maybe.
Here, right here. Do you see that? Even it seems really little, but I believe this is his artist mark right here.
Yeah. A lot of Santo Domingo artists use like a different color bead at the top of it, or like they'll just add something different to their shell.
There's something that's indicating that artist, and it's not always. I'll check with his other stuff. I know Isaac Curry's also. I mean, this isn't like a uncommon circled bead cut inlay, but the little dot underneath and the direction of that dot is telling me something. So yeah, I don't have a scratched. He should though. If I see him, I'll tell him he should add something. Add something else, because I don't know if anyone would like actually know that unless
they're like
they've seen him.
connoisseur.
Yeah. Anyway, that was $6.40 for that piece. Number 3. We've got some big pieces, by the way. It is Friday. We bring out the big stuff on Fridays. Everything is sterling silver, handmade. This is all Native American made from the different tribal affiliations here in the New Mexico area. Some of these pieces are old, and they are a little bit more than some of the smaller pieces we have. Not that those Zias we had in the beginning, that was just a great deal. But if you need it, we do layaway as well. If your cart value is $250 or more, which I've heard conversation about raising that a little bit. But anyway, if your cart value is $250 more and you'd like to do stuff on layaway, we do have a program for that. So just let us know if you purchase the piece.
Klarna's always there too. You get your piece
Klarna,
right away,
yeah.
and you build credit.
Here we go. Frank Latero, I believe. Yep. Nope. Peters. Frankie Peters.
Frankie Peters. Whoa.
Navajo Nugget cluster bracelet. So this is a beautiful cluster bracelet of 1, 2, 3, 4 shanks. We do have artist mark there. We should have an F. Peters. Kind of a 7 backwards. Sleeping Beauty turquoise,
Oh wow.
which really hasn't been mined in some time.
And is that near the Kingman mines, or is it a totally separate mine?
No, it's totally separate. It is Arizona, but it was. And the copper company really shut it down. Most of the good turquoise was mined out of it. There's still turquoise there, but it was cheaper for the copper company with some of the mining methods to it's like a water blasting method. I think there was a chemical in it or something.
That separates the copper.
And it just blasts everything, and they can get the copper out, and in the process it ruins the turquoise that's in there. So that was more lucrative, profitable to them, I guess, than mining that. Amazing piece. This is a size 7. I've got a 6.5 wrist, and I could squeeze that down for my wrist. So I think 6.5 to 7.5, that would work out. If you need us to size it a little bit. I don't want to do that unless it's your size. I don't want to stress the stones too much. All those stones are on this round. See how this back plate here? He took a saw and he cut that all out. But all of these stones are basically mounted on there. And you got to just be careful when you're shaping or crunching these bracelets that when you start bending that metal, that it's not putting pressure on the stone, and that's how you can crack some of these stones in here. Beautiful stones, though.
Yeah, they're all different, which is really nice. Like what we see with Sleeping Beauty most of the time is it's like the pure blue, like cluster bracelets.
And this is a really good price right now. I can't find stuff for this anymore. This is an old price. Honestly, this stuff that I'm seeing now is like $2,500, $3,000 for a piece like this. This is pretty cool.
That's Albuquerque prices. Mentioned Santa Fe.
Yeah, Santa Fe. This would be like $5,000, $6,000.
The most interesting part of it for me too, as an artist, if you look at the front plate, you can actually see his markings to lay out the stones.
Yeah.
That's like I love that kind of stuff when there's like little hidden parts because it shows how much.
I couldn't even see that. I can see it on the camera, but it's harder to see with your naked eye. But you see the symmetry there.
Yeah. It's
an X. You see the X made out of stones.
And one down the center as well.
And then one down there. Pretty cool. Sterling silver price on this was $1,700 before the sale. We're going to be taking $140 off.
It was down to $1,360.
$1,360.
Yeah. $1,700. Yeah, $1,360.
$1,360. Okay.
Wow.
How much did we take off? I guess it'd be $3,600 or $3,400.
Yeah.
Up to $3,400. $340 off. So the price on this piece is $1,360 after the sale. Number 3. That one's pretty epic. Next piece here, we have you know what? We've made something like this. I don't know, Marco, did you ever make the Bosque Boho necklace that I made?
No, that was way before my time too. Like before I got here. I think it was like a year or two before I got here.
I just feel like you've been here forever.
Right? Just have that sense, that aura.
This is a concho, a play on it's a graduated concho bracelet, or graduated concho necklace. Here, we'll get a shot there. And each of these conchos are stamped. Got the little tassels, the ring there at the bottom, give it some movement. It'd probably fit your neck better than mine. I'm a guy, and it all comes up a little bit, and my neck. But let's get a look at this work here. Sterling silver. This is repousse and hand stamp work.
Oh wow!
So
that's cool stamp work on that middle section.
Yeah, look at that. Each of those lines. This just takes forever. You can see the repousse bump outs there on the raindrop tassels. Each concho is then connected by a handmade jump ring and a handmade chain at the end. It is adjustable. The hook here can really loop into whichever link that you want it to. The price on this piece was $600 before the sale. We're going to take $120 off. That makes it $480. Total length on the necklace, let's get a measurement on that. Is 22 inches. That does not include the extra dangle of the center pendant. So we're actually looking at about 24 inches if you measure from the center of that pendant.
Oh, okay.
And then of course you're going to have a little extra hang from the tassels. So that's item number 4 for $480.
These 3 little tassels at the bottom, I've seen that a lot in like traditional garments, like with indigenous communities, but I haven't seen it on jewelry in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it in our shop really around this much.
I like 3s. You probably noticed from some of the designs that I do.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty, like, that's kind of like the epitome of, like, a concho, in my opinion, where it has, like, those tassels at the bottom.
Go. Number 5 is a cute little vintage turquoise ring. This is a Zuni variation of a cluster. We've got a 6-stone old vintage ring. It's a size 6. You kind of have a shadow box thing going on with that layered border around the. This is probably a 3mm stone.
That looks like 5.
I don't know. It's pretty.
5. The 3mm we have are real small. I think it's a 5.
Look at it in person. You've probably seen the Zoom in.
I was just working with them yesterday.
You know what? Let me just measure this.
Yeah.
It's smaller than 5. It's like 4.
Yeah, that's a 4. Yeah.
Okay, 4mm.
Meet in the middle.
I don't know who the artist is on this piece.
I think Amanda was talking about the last.
The last piece.
Yeah, number 4.
I think it's Angie Shirley. That's a Navajo last name. I don't know Angie. You can tell when I get pieces from the artist and when I don't. Angie Shirley. Shirley's a Navajo name from. There's a lot of Shirleys in the Four Corners in the Farmington area.
That's where you're from, right? Like Four Corners area?
Yep. Number 5.
What was the price on
it? It was $160 before the sale. We're gonna take. What is that? $32 off. $128. Number 5, $128. Old vintage Zuni turquoise shadow box cluster ring size 6.
Would you consider that one petty point?
No.
Just because of the spaced out?
No, I like petty point being less than 3mm.
Yeah, it's like 3 or less.
Even 3 seems a little petty. Really good petty point is just so little. It's crazy. You can't. Yeah. Machines can't cut it. You got to cut them by hand, and
I think cutting them by hand is so difficult. Like I was trying to cut some really small inlay. I'm like, how do people do this?
What they do is they make a cigar, is what they call it. Have you seen that?
Oh wow. Oh sorry. Yeah, so, I've seen that, and then they cut it.
So they roll the turquoise, and so it's like a big long shape, and then you kind of taper the end, and then cut the end off, and then taper the end, and cut the end off, and you can constantly get that little tip. Yes, that was item number 5. We'll have to try it out sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to do some stuff like that.
Olivia's getting really good at the turquoise inlay.
Oh, for sure.
She's got those tiny hands too, so that helps.
Yeah, I was working on a piece for customs right now. I had to do crushed inlay because I couldn't get the piece small enough to do regular inlay.
Yeah.
But it worked pretty well. It looks. I was still satisfied with it. I'll show it off in the inner circle when I'm done.
Number 6. We had someone asking about this the other day. Hey, do you have any hair clips?
Oh, wow. That one's interesting.
This is I've seen so many Navajo grandmas.
Yep. With that style.
And I think it's coming back. I've seen some of the younger generation starting to wear this again. This is a hair pin. So it goes on your bun. Sold already. Judy's going to take it.
Yeah, it's hard to find those. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
You know, I've been keeping my eye out for it. And it was actually at a different shop, and yeah, it was $600 before the sale, so that'll be $480, and it's sold.
Tammy, to Judy. Judy Hungry. Yeah. Gotcha. Gosh, this is so cool.
Thank you, Judy. We just kept it at the same price that the store did. They just gave me a wholesale deal. We do consignment for other shows. You may have seen some of the other shops come in. We had Denise Kirksky. She owns Turquoise Maidens, and
yeah, that was a while back.
She came in. Remember, she came in during the show, and I was like, "Hey, let's come on in. Let's show everybody how we get jewelry." And
yeah, that was a while back. I'd forgotten about that.
That was her jewelry from her jewelry store that she brought into our show. But we had like Indian Teepee last year, who went under, also just brought in their stuff for our show.
Yeah, I was eager for that one. I remember you told me about it, but that would have been an interesting show to be at.
Number 7. Shibichikora.
Oh, this is my favorite of the day.
This is Marco's favorite. it's so we just don't have many belt buckles, but when we do, they stick around a little bit until they find that perfect person. And Marco's been wanting this piece. We've had it in the shop for, I don't know, a year.
Yeah, I might buy it before the summer if it doesn't sell.
So Marco's gonna buy it if it doesn't sell. Maybe not today, but it's a coral cluster belt buckle.
It's vintage coral too.
Yeah, old coral. And I say this every time. I love the variation of color on the coral when it's real. It just gives that indication of quality, really good old stuff. It was $550 before the sale.
Goes down to $440, $100 off, or $110 off.
$110 off on sale for $440.
And what's the belt size? It's a pretty big belt size, it seems.
Yeah, it would fit on. It looks like what, an inch and a half?
Yeah.
It's 2 inches on this, but you would want it an inch and a half to an inch and 3/4 belt.
Yeah.
Inch and 3/4 belt would fit perfectly. And you know what we need to start doing, Marco? We just need to start making belts here.
I know. I when I bought that hat I just got, I was talking about like doing if they do wholesale or anything like that. Like just working with other artists like that or other shops is really fun.
Bring in some leather work, and if we had a belt on that, I guarantee it would be gone by now. Any belt that we've had that's like has it made, then it's all good.
Tandy Leather, where we have a local belt shop, they actually do classes, which is really nice.
Yeah, that is super cool, and we have a wholesale relationship with them too. So
yeah, maybe we do a T.Skies family time. Go to a leather like class.
That'd be fun. Awesome. Okay, so that is $550 before the sale on sale for $440. That's item number 7.
I don't even know where to find coral like that anymore. It's all like basically taken out of old jewelry.
You know, who had a stash of it that I saw? He had like a bucket of it. It was
like oxblood Mediterranean. Like that
yeah, he had it in the back. It was Liberty Gym.
Really?
Yeah, he's got some in the back. I mean, it's not shiny like this. You have to cut it and
polish it. Yeah.
And polish it, but he had some. It's expensive, but he had some. So if you want some, there you go.
Yeah. Because I'll go to like every time I'm on the beach, I'll find coral, but it's just like pink, like unhealthy coral that's just broken off.
Yeah.
So coral doesn't even look like that anymore.
Yeah, and I guess when you do your Euro trip this summer, if you swing by the Mediterranean, if you see any on the beach,
yeah,
it's probably some people probably pick it and sell it because it's probably expensive. You're not supposed to harvest it though.
Yeah, if you can, I guess
if you get lucky
found,
if it's found, it's okay. I think.
It's even hard to prove that.
Mark my word, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a squash blossom next. This is item number 8. Who made the buckle? I'm just not good at that today, I guess.
Yeah, artist names are hard because it's usually just 2 letters.
Yeah, no, there was like, who brought this in? Was this at a estate sale, I think, when we had that? Because it's a J with the arrow crossing. I've got a book. If you purchase this piece, I will figure this one out because I feel like I know this one. And
I've seen this one before with the arrow cross, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a J.
Usually from my understanding, the artists that use more pictogram stamps for their signature, is that like usually a Hopi tradition? Or is that just kind of overarching?
I don't believe that this piece is Hopi, but yes. There is a really good book called Hopi Craft that have all the Hopi clan signs, and the Hopi usually put their clan symbol on there, and then sometimes we'll put their name as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's too many.
Let's see if I can find it on that Ameri Indian website.
So we've got a set of.
Number 8.
This is number 8. We've got the earrings that match the squash blossom necklace. It's a set, and that center stone is. Everybody knows what this is, right?
Oh man!
It's lavender turquoise, blue, lavender. Number 7. Oh, she got you.
Natalie.
Natalie.
That's all right. I respect it.
Congratulations, Natalie. Can you take Marco? I'll give him one last look at it.
Give it a kiss goodbye. It's all right. Now I just got to go buy some coral and make my own belt buckle.
Yep. Congratulations, Natalie. Golden Hills, that's right. Golden Hills turquoise, Kazakhstan. I don't know how the war is affecting the imports of turquoise, because that is right there in that area. I think everything is still fine, but I'd be interested to see how much of the Golden Hills we see coming in this next year. Sterling silver.
I can't even find regular Golden Hills anywhere.
I had a note that said Peggy Garcia, but I can't find the hallmark on this. Peggy.
Is it on the tip or is it just sterling?
Oh, yeah, you're right here on the tip. Let's see what that says. Can you see it?
That's a lot of focus.
I can almost see it better in the camera than in real life.
PG, yeah. Sterling PG.
This was $1,100 before the sale. The set with the Navajo pearls and the set of matching earrings. I will try it on.
The earrings?
I won't try the earrings on. I'll do the squash blossom. Here we go. It just never fits me as well because it's made for a lady and I'm wearing a collar and because I have a black shirt underneath.
Yeah.
There we go. But still, my neck's a little bigger than I think.
This reminds me of that lapis piece we've got. The lapis squash blossom for the Women's Changing Initiative, or the Changing Women's Initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Amanda. It is number 8.
So this is number 8. This is $880 for the Golden Hills squash blossom with matching earrings.
Do you know if that technique was used on it to keep the sterling?
I don't know. It didn't come from Gilo because usually he's got a group of artists there called Nakai Jewelry. If you've ever heard of Nakai Jewelry, the artist, the lead artist, the owner, his name is Gilo Nakai. He uses what they call an embalming technique, which uses cyanide, which is super dangerous, which is why I don't want it in my shop. But they treat the silver with it. It's totally fine afterwards, after it's cleaned and everything, but it will never tarnish because it adheres to the the copper so sterling silver is 92.5% silver. That's why you have the 0.925 stamped on the back. The other 7.5% is another metal. Standard sterling silver usually means copper is that other metal. And as over time, the silver is exposed to the air and the moisture in the air. The copper is what patinas and turns that color. And so the technique that Mr. Nakai uses, and he actually had an accident and he's blind now because of this technique.
Because of the sign.
It treats the silver to never tarnish and always be shiny forever, which is pretty cool. And this is new, so it has that shiny look.
Oh, okay.
This is not from one of the artists that are in that group, so I can't say that it is. And it doesn't have the tarnish on it, so I can't say that it isn't. Yeah. But I don't believe it is.
So fine silver, I didn't know, so fine silver doesn't tarnish.
Fine silver doesn't tarnish.
Gold doesn't tarnish.
Gold doesn't tarnish.
Even if you stick it in liver of sulfur.
It will.
Why don't gold will?
Gold and silver just take a really, 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 really long time. Yeah. So you'll have gold from the 2,000 years ago, and it's still not all.
Yeah,
just maybe gold. A little. Yeah. Maybe a little cloudy, but not. Anyway, moving on. Number 9.
Big old cluster.
Number 9, we've got another cluster. This is a more modern cluster. This looks like Campitos turquoise.
Oh, it's a little out of the frame.
Out of the frame. Out of focus. Here we go. Got the same artist that did our belt buckle there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
And I've got the name. It's Kenneth Jones. J for Jones. So there you go. The belt buckle that sold a little earlier today. There's the same hallmark, and I've got Kenneth. Wrote his name there at the top. Kenneth
Dang.
Jones.
That's cool. We just grabbed that piece from upstairs.
Yep.
Meant to be.
I really don't have too many of his pieces, so that's kind of cool. Just felt like a cluster day and grabbed them both. $1,500 before the sale. Sterling silver, of course. We're taking $300 off, so that'll be $1,200 after the sale.
Mm-hmm.
How does the payment plan work?
I'll put that
There's two types of payment plans that we have, Tonya. We have a system called Klarna and Afterpay, which when you're checking out, you can pay with one of those payment solutions. It's kind of like PayPal or a credit card. And they have to do, you do a credit application with them, and then they will qualify you for that payment system. And it's custom, it's up to you. I believe you can spread it out over like 2 years.
Yeah.
And it depends on you and your location and your background and everything. But we have to pay, T.Skies has to pay a premium for this service. And so we have to pay a little bit of the sale. But they will take care of it. They'll pay us right away. We get your jewelry to you right away, and then you'll make payments over time. The second system we have is our internal layaway system. If the piece or your shopping cart value is $250 or more, we will invoice you right away for 25% down. That's non-refundable, that first payment. And then at the beginning of every month, so today's the first, next payment will be the first. At the beginning of every month, we will send you 25% until the piece is paid off. Once the piece is paid off, we ship it to you. You're always welcome to pay it off earlier, but we just hold that initial payment as our leverage and our way of holding the piece. So yeah, excellent. That's item number 9.
What was the size on it?
Size, good question. It's 6 3/4. 6 3/4 there. Wow, that looks good. Camera 1, let me see that. Yeah, that looks so much better than.
Yeah, so that's good on the black back.
Yeah, I just squeezed it down. My wrist is a 6.5, and I just squeezed it down a little bit. The shanks are much more friendly on this one than that vintage piece, and they squeeze a little easier. I could open it up to a 7 to 7.5, no problem, but 6.5 seems to be fitting me just fine. So
I personally like mine to be like a quarter size bigger, so I like that little wiggle room.
Yep.
Same thing with like rings or anything like that.
Okay, number 9. There we go. And then
Is our last piece coming up?
last piece, number 10.
Gosh, this looks like that one that was like a reversible squash blossom that we had. Just like the style of the clusters.
It's just really big.
Yeah.
I don't know that reversible. Did that reversible one sell? Is that upstairs still?
No, that one sold. That one was super cool. Wow, this one's like
This is
very interesting cluster.
This one is pretty epic. It is a little older. I don't have a note on the turquoise. I would guess Pilot Mountain. It's very large.
You gotta tell us how you came across this piece.
So this is a consignment piece from another shop.
Oh wow.
I like to get their biggest pieces. We have like a bunch of shops here, a bunch of shops in Gallup, and I'll go in and be like, hey, can I show that piece on the show?
Come on.
Yeah, if we sell it, you can have the money for it. I just want to show it. It was $6,000 before the sale. We're gonna take. What does it bring it down to?
4,800.
4,800. Ella Peters is the artist. Sterling silver, all handmade, long, without the hang of the naja. We're looking at 28 inches, and then you have an extra 3-inch there hang with his naja. We were talking about this the other day. Someone was talking about the Kokopelli, and I don't know if anybody knew this, but the Kokopelli is the male organ, and the naja here is the female. This is the womb, inside is the baby, and I should flip it around where it's the actual turquoise, huh? There's a bunch of different variations of it, but it's pretty well agreed upon that this is the flower, and then if you turn it upside down, it's the womb. The design started in Jerusalem, actually, and that came across Africa with the Moors, and then into Spain, and then the Spanish brought it over when they came into the New World. They would this shape actually was worn by the horses on the bridle of the horses, and the Navajo saw these beautiful beasts wearing these symbols, and they would wear the symbols around their neck. It was actually something a part of counting coup. When you came home with that around your neck and kind of showed your achievement, but they became a symbol of power. But it has retained, even though it's different in different culture, it has retained that divine feminine feel of the crescent moon. Of course, times of the month with the moon is very significant of the female signs, and then also being a sign of fertility. In Morocco, they have the sign on their flag, I believe. They've got variations of it where it is sideways, and it is that same symbol. That symbol was added onto, and the Navajo made it their own, especially when they added the squash blossoms, which is where the names come from. These are the blossoms of the squash, which is also a flower, which is also a symbol of fertility, but also the squash blossoms indicates that what you're going to get when you have a squash blossom, you're going to get a squash.
You're going to get the fruit.
You're going to get the fruit
of the labor.
You're going to get the fruit, which is a symbol of life. And this is amazing. $4,800. Handmade sterling silver traditional Navajo cluster squash blossom necklace.
I have a squash in my backpack right now. That's my mom's. That's about this size. Not as much turquoise.
Really?
But just that size that I need to repair.
Lucky mom.
Yeah, my mom's got some great
Look at that. I should have just worn this the whole show. I feel like more powerful right now. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Pomegranate. That's right, Kathleen. In Jerusalem, that shape of the pomegranate was, this is kind of evolved over time to be that moon, but that pomegranate shape. You'll see that the other type of naja will come out at the end like a pomegranate.
Yeah, it has a little bit more on the top too for like a little bit of a stem.
Yeah. Anyway, super awesome. One of a kind. Sterling silver.
It's about 28 inches and then another 3 inches for the naja.
Yep.
It's about 31 to 32 inches in full length.
So there we go. That is all the pieces we have this evening. We were talking earlier on the show. We're so grateful for all of you here watching the show and joining our inner circle and meeting you there. But can we connect a little more? Would anybody be interested in doing like a lunch Zoom call or something, and just kind of get some of the T.Skies inner circle people together and saying hi and doing like a Q&A with us, and even just letting everybody meet each other and growing that little T.Skies family element.
The T.Skies Super Fan live show.
Yeah. So can you see number 2 again, Kathy? Of course.
Yeah, we're going to go lightning round just about now.
Lightning round.
Ka-chow.
This was a Santo Domingo inlay by Delbert. Calabaza. I'm sorry, Crispin. Calabaza is a different family name. Who also does inlay from Santo Domingo. The chain and in here is sterling silver. We've got spiny, turquoise, mother of pearl, and jet. That was $800 on sale for what, $640?
$640, yeah.
After the sale, that's item number 2. Number 3 is our vintage turquoise cluster bracelet. Size 7, $1,700 before the sale, on sale for a Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
Gosh, $1,360.
Frankie Peters, $1,360. That's right, item number 3. Number 4 is the graduated Concho necklace.
And Amanda wants you to try that one on too.
Can we try on the bracelet?
Oh, the number 4.
Oh, number
Concho.
4. Number 4 here is the Concho necklace. Largest concho there in the middle, and it tapers as it goes up on a handmade chain. Price on this piece is $600.
Originally, and then going down to $480.
Sell for $480. Just stick this.
And sold number 2 to Kathy.
Kathy's gonna take number 2. Thank you, Kathy.
Gosh, this one's massive too. Wish I could just hold this. Oh my goodness.
So this concho necklace, I'm gonna make it as long as it possibly goes. It's adjustable, and that handmade chain kind of has the paper clip chain. There we go. What is the price on this, Marco?
$480 after the sale.
$480 after the sale. Concho necklace. Go. It would look better if we didn't have a collar shirt on. That is item number 4. Number 5, we have the vintage Zuni cluster.
Oh, sold 4 to Amanda.
Amanda's gonna take it.
And then what size was this one?
This is a size 6. This is number 5, and I've got some drumming to do. First,
Yeah.
Kathy and Amanda. So, congratulations, ladies. Thank you so much.
Lacey said if number 5 can be stretched up to 6.5, she'll do it.
I think we can do
I don't know
that.
how confident I am on doing that, but
Do a 6.5, just half the size.
yeah.
I mean, it's right at a 6. I don't know if we want to do. Well, I guess there's enough space here. It's on half round. We could do the hammer technique.
Yeah.
I think we can get it. Let's hold off on if we can, we'll do it. And if we can't, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Unless you're not worried about a size, if you want it to stay at a size 6 and you want to say it, just let us know if that's good for you at a size 6.
I'll work on it after the show. We'll get the hammers out. That was number 5, right?
That was number 6. Oh, no, that was.
That was number 5.
Yeah. And I'll just 7 because 6 sold.
7 is sold. 6 sold.
Oh, nice.
Number 8 is the Golden Hills squash.
The set with the earrings.
The set with the earrings, number 8. That is Golden Hills turquoise there in the center. Was $1,000, $1,100. It'll be on sale for $880. Number 9 is the Kenneth Jones. I wish he did KJ because I would have got that if it would have been KJ. We need to definitely. Maybe it's the cross, arrow cross is a K.
Oh, that makes sense, honestly.
This is item number 9. It was $1,500 before the sale, and sell for $1,200.
And Lacey said she'll do it even with a 6.25, which we could definitely do.
Yeah, we can definitely do that, Lacey. I'll get it there.
Okay.
I just was worried if it's too much, then it's gonna strain.
Especially with vintage stuff, because you don't know how work hard it is.
Then I'll have to take out all the stones. Last piece of the evening is that epic squash blossom 4800. Which one do you want me to try on?
Number 9.
Number 9? This is the one I was modeling earlier today. Here we go. Okay, camera 1 or camera 3 or something.
Yeah, I should get both angles for you.
Both angles 1, 2.
Gosh, that one's so cool.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this looks like you're going to go dance.
Right. I could see people like Dirty Bourbon or like even wearing that. That'd be like the most decked out person.
I was thinking a powwow or you know, like
the powwow's coming up. It's finally in person again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool.
You just see them dancing out there, or even like a ceremony, like you've been to the Santo Domingo Labor Day, where they let a lot of people in to come see the big dance and stuff. That's super cool.
I've been there for the Jemez Pueblo ones.
There's a couple of really cool dances.
Yeah.
Buffalo dance. That one's intense. There's
That
one
bracelet.
girl, and she has to dance all day.
Oh yeah.
Can you fix a bracelet at 6.5? I sure can. I'm a 6.5, and that's fitting me pretty good. It's a little bit loose, but I will make sure it's a little tighter. I'm a 6.5 inch wrist, and there you go.
Stay sold if you want it, Amanda, and we'll get it down for you.
I'm gonna open it back up a little. That is last piece.
Everything.
That's everything. So
Nice. I just love how all of the stones on it are so individually cut too.
she's gonna take it. She's gonna take it. Thank you, Amanda.
This is what do you think this turquoise was? Is this what this is?
I think it's Campitos.
Yeah, it's really light. It does look like the stuff we use.
Yeah, I think it's Campitos blue. Thank you so much. So anything that is not around anymore, we are going to post in the inner circle. So if you haven't joined us yet, we'll put a link in the description below. That is our private Facebook group for you all and for us to communicate. And we'll be posting pictures of everything. And did I give you a drum, Lacey, for the ring? I'll give you another drum if I did. Thank you, Lacey. And I'll make an announcement on there if anyone wants to start up I don't know, maybe a monthly group Zoom call or something. And yeah, that sounds fun. So let's get that going.
And we could even, if anything, we could pre-record it and then just post it live afterwards. Or
like
go live
post
with
it on YouTube or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as everyone's okay with that.
Yeah. We'll just ask you guys about it in the inner circle. That'll be fun.
We'll see. Because, I mean, sometimes it's cool to just have your own little moment.
Yeah, without sharing it with everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see, yeah.
But if you have any other ideas, we're open. Like I said, we're a pretty small company, and we're able to do cool stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some more shows coming up. We've got Alvin Monty coming in this month. He's Navajo silversmith from Tohajili. It's been a little while since he's been here. We've got Ronnie Henry from Crown Point, Arizona. He's also Dene, Navajo. We've got Lauren Balls coming in this weekend. She's a local Albuquerque jeweler. She does resin work.
This is her first time on the show?
It's her first time, yeah.
Very cool.
She's a friend of mine, and she...
Oh, I know who she is.
You know who she is?
Yeah, she used to do the markets.
She does all the farmers markets all the time, and every time I run into her, they're
great
like...
display stuff. I love their displays.
Yeah, I want to see if she'll bring out her own display stuff and
right? That'd be
up
cool.
a little bit.
It's all handmade.
She's
really
really
cool.
into plants, and she like tries to capture the plant in a resin, and then kind of creates the piece. What I'm trying to do is get her to do more silver.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. If you can do
I think she would do really good. But her prices are very reasonable, and she'll be here tomorrow. We've got Harley from CNM. I think he's
Harley McDaniel.
Harley McDaniel. I don't know if he's coming next month or in May, but
I'll make
he's on
time.
the
I want
list.
to be at that show.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. He always has super interesting, it's kind of funny, his work, but there's a
He's
sense
the
of
reason
humor
I'm
he's
a
got.
jeweler.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Good to see you as always, and we'll see you next time. Bye.